Hello, everybody. Welcome to our very first pilot episode for Beer Talks. Today, we will be talking about. Firstly, my name is John. Today, we'll be talking about why this podcast came to be and a little bit about ourselves. First, why don't we start with the beer of the day, which is the Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale. My friends with me today is with Addie and Stanley. Why don't you guys say hi? Addie.
Hi everyone, my name is Addie. Very nice to have you all listening to us.
Stanley.
Hi, it's Stan.
All right, great. We'll talk about ourselves as we go further along the podcast. So, as we pour our drinks.
Oh, we're pouring. Dang. Okay, I am just gonna drink straight out of the can.
Well,
me too. I'm total.
You know
sucker.
why? Because you could see why you want to pour. It makes like a frothing effect thing.
All right, so maybe something for people listening. We are giving our non-professional connoisseur notes.
Yes.
I am here just to drink beer. Just saying.
Right. All right. Cheers, everybody.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice.
I will say, I am not a beer drinker. All my friends know I am a whiskey drinker. So I'm here because I want to be introduced to beer and I want to find my beer. This one's really yummy, by the way.
Well, Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like it's a lot lighter than I expected. It's a lot like yummier because when I saw Irish cream, I was like, oh, I'm expecting like heavy. Because when you hear cream, right, you think heavy, but I'm like, oh, this is actually quite light.
No, this is currently my favorite beer of the year, probably 2021.
Whoa. Okay.
High praise.
Well, yeah, because before that, I just have a go-to beer, which was Alexander Keith's.
Nice.
And then I found this, and that's what I obsessed about it. Unfortunately, not every LCBO or beer store has them, and you actually have to. I know, right? You have to go out of your way to find them. Is there anything else you like about it?
You see, even though I don't like beer, the only beer that I kind of like gravitate towards before was Guinness, and this tastes to me like a lighter Guinness, and I'm kind of okay with that. Like I kind of like it. Like I was describing my taste in beer, I drink like a burly lumberjack. That's why I gravitate towards Guinness, and I feel like this is like a baby lumberjack feel for me.
Like, a baby lumberjack.
Yeah.
Baby lumberjack with like for whatever reason I'm getting like vanilla.
Right.
Am I like crazy? I'm like, why am I
No.
tasting vanilla in beer?
Oh, yeah, no.
No, right on. I feel like a little bit of vanilla. There's almost like a little like coffee aftertaste to it. I kind of like that.
Also, I followed the instructions. It says serve extra cold. This was sitting outside for like half an hour before I put this. It's so freaking cold.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I mean, I like how it looks. You guys didn't pour it out, but I did. And it looks like it creates its own like outer space. Not to be melodramatic about it, but it looks like, Jupiter kind of, planet kind of outside looking in. And that was the first time that I saw that, and I was like, man, that looks pretty good. And then eventually the frothing changes, and yeah, it's a little, there's like, you're right, there's like an ice creamy kind of vanilla-y flavor to it that is surprisingly pleasant, and it's not sweet. It is also very Guinnessy in the sense that it's not that dark. However, but I think that you're kind of associating it with like Guinness has a really heavy body and like it's like rich, right? And the Kilkennys have that as well. I
Yeah.
think, not to go on about it forever.
I feel like this is a very dangerous beer for me because it's actually so yummy. I want to keep drinking it. This podcast might get very interesting very quickly.
Very quickly. You know what? I actually think that this would be a great summer beer. So like we're drinking this in the middle of winter, which is like, you know, super cold and whatever. I totally feel like this could be a great like summer afternoon on the patio beer with some like appies, you know?
Appies, yeah.
Yeah. Like this would be a great beer to drink because like I feel like it's like so light that like it cuts through. It would cut through a lot of like the greasy foods that we would have. Like for example, I could imagine this going great with like nachos or like calamaris.
Fair.
That's so
You
funny.
know?
Yeah, actually, I totally agree with that.
I mean, it's not that light. Okay.
No, it's not like it's not like
Corona,
it's not like Coronas, but like I feel like it would be like really great with like I don't know. I feel like calamari would be a great pair with this.
seafood, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually when I found this out from this Irish pub by my place, and I was going on a beer adventure with a buddy, and we just went down the list of what beers we could take, and just asked the server, yeah, we're gonna start from the top and then just go down.
Nice.
So we just tried
How
anything.
far down was this one from the list though?
I mean, this was like I think the fourth one out of like the 8 that we tried, and we had some really funny ones too. Like, you know, like there was some a blueberry-ish, quite literally like kind of juice beer drink, which was interesting. And then there's one
Okay.
that it's like really sour. It's not a cider though,
Okay.
and like it makes your like the sides of your mouth like really like, you know, like that kind of level of sourness. Yeah, I mean some people are into that personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I'm actually on the LCBO website right now. Addie, good taste buds because this is actually brewed by Guinness Brewing Worldwide.
Mm.
Ta-da!
So it's by the
Nice.
same company. Should I read a quick extract
Yeah,
from
that would
the
be cool.
website? Yeah, excerpt. So Kilkenny's brewing heritage dates back to the 14th century and is a classic Irish ale, pouring brilliant copper with foamy white head that sustains for a good length of time, as John said.
It does.
The nose is malty and fresh, while the palate is creamy with light coffee. Okay, good palate. Raisin, plum, and light bitterness on a medium length finish. I don't taste raisin and plum. Maybe that's just kind of masked. But no, I definitely can kind of see where the notes are hitting.
Right.
Raisin.
Turns out we're not as pretentious as we think.
Again, unprofessional connoisseurs.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, you know what? I think we should call it connoisseur notes because I think it's kind of connoisseur-y of us, kind of snobby-ish.
We're
mean,
on the road to snobbery.
Exactly. But then it's unprofessional because I don't think any of us would be licensed. I don't even know if there's a license for beer tasting, but we're on the road to it.
I mean, I had the pin for wine tasting.
Do you really?
I did.
Oh my god! When did you get that?
That was the first time I went to school. I did hospitality, right? So.
Oh wow!
Well, not hospitality, but hospitality and tourism. I didn't work in a. I mean, I did work in a kitchen, but we didn't study. That's culinary. I digress. That's a different point.
Wow! I did not know that about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
learning something new.
speaking of getting to know everybody better, right? So, why don't we start talking a little bit about ourselves and share to everybody what we're about, and if they can kind of vibe with us, you know, you could start us off, Adeline.
Yeah, of course. So, well, again, my name is Addie. So I guess I'll start with the less interesting fact about me. I'm a lawyer in the city. Been out for a few years now. I have my own firm, which we recently just rebranded and launched and announced our partnership. So yay! But yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you very much. Briefly about my background, I actually, funny enough that you say you did hospitality and tourism. I studied that at Ryerson. That was my undergrad. And then did like a total pivot decided to go to law school. Anyone out there that wants to go to law school, please don't do it. It's not worth it.
How else am I gonna be a lawyer?
Having said that, I know, it's not glamorous. If anyone is inspired by Suits, How to Get Away with Murder, The Good Wife, it is nothing like it. It is absolutely a lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of went to law school kind of inspired by Suits. I was like, hey, they're really cool. If this guy that didn't even go to school can kill it, maybe I can too. No, it's a lie. Total lie. Having said that, if you happen to get in, it's fairly hard to fail out of it. So take what you will from that. But anyways, my other interesting stuff, I dance on the side, recreationally, Chinese dancing, so very traditional stuff. And what else do? I play badminton, not very good at it, but I play. Yeah, I mean, that's me. I'm not gonna tell you my age because
That's
obviously, but I
yeah,
grew up in
that's
the 90s, if that says anything. So
right.
millennial over here, yay.
46. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Totally. Man, I look dang good for being 46.
So just just for clarity's sake, you're from Toronto, correct?
Yes, born and raised Torontonian.
Dang. Toronto girls are a
Yay.
thing.
I know. Apparently we're very special.
More ways than one, I'd like to think. I sound a little snobby about it, but that's to each their own, I suppose. What about
That's
you,
a nice
Stan?
way of putting it.
Yeah. Stanley, what can you tell us about yourself?
So my name is Stanley. I work in data. I guess it's like a fairly interesting field. Lots of people are getting into it. There's a lot of growth in it. It's not as glamorous as everyone thinks. It's like, it's not like hacking and all of a sudden like you can see a bunch of data and all of a sudden you see like patterns. No, like it's definitely not one of those, right? No,
No,
there's a lot of
it's totally
yeah.
Mr. Robot stuff.
Yeah. No, there's I think definitely a lot of cool applications, but I think it's one of those fields that are still kind of growing very quickly. So there's not a lot of rules around it. So there's a lot of like rogues out there to kind of figure out what they're trying to do. Some work and some don't, right? And so I feel like I'm very privileged to be part of this field, growing field of professionals. I was not born and raised in Toronto. I was born in Taiwan. I moved to Toronto at a very young age. I've been in Toronto since then. Went to school here and everything. What else did you say, Addy? I don't dance. I don't do Chinese dancing.
Hobbies, things to pass time with.
My hobbies. You know what? Since COVID, so before COVID, I actually didn't have a lot of time for hobbies, just because I think anyone working in Toronto will tell you like there's just no time for hobbies. Like who really has time for hobbies, right? Like you wake up, you like commute like an hour into the cities to work, right? And then if you're if you I think want to progress your career quickly, then you want to put in the hours, you want to like put in the work, and then so you're staying at work late, and that's just the reality of millennials, right? And then so I spent a lot of time at work, and then so when I come home, you literally like eat dinner, and then you like hit the bed, and then you wake up the next day to do it all over again. But since the pandemic, I so some people found baking bread, and like kudos to them. I can never do it. Like I'm a terrible baker. And then some people found, I don't know, other things. Anyway, I found plants. So my place is just now infested with plants. I love my plants. I don't know what it is about watching them grow, but it's just super satisfying.
I didn't know that was a hobby.
Yeah, it totally is. There's like very specific hobbyists on Facebook, on Reddit, about different types of plants. There are tropical plants, and that's like a very different plant sect than like succulent plants. So then when you say you're a plant person, you always have to verify, are you a plant person or are you a succulent person?
Wow.
No, it's a real thing.
Question on that. Is succulent person kind of like the real estate lawyer in my industry where it's like slightly judged and they're like, you're not really a plant person.
Yeah, no, totally. People were like, no, you're not really a plant person. You don't need to put work into succulents. Are you kidding?
Wait. I know that in every hobby there's gatekeeping, but this is that. This is the equivalent of that.
Yeah.
You're gatekeeping
Mhm.
people from having plants.
Yeah, totally. No, but like,
Wow.
at home I have like a room just for succulents, just because I think they need different like temperatures and environments to grow in, right? To like
They're that
thrive.
needy, right?
Yeah. And then I have like a separate kind of thing for just like regular house plants. And then since then, kind of my interest grew into like vermicompost. I went into like mushroom growing. So then now I'm just kind of like trying to grow different things at home. So that's what I've been spending a lot of time on lately.
You sound a lot like that guy who, is like
A farmer.
no, like suited up first, like working at like these big name companies making all that money and just found it very boring and then just decided to go nomad life and just, started wearing like, then becoming into a farmer. Just started growing their own plants and
Yeah,
mushrooms and
yeah.
just
Actually,
become
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see myself as this person, but I think the more I start growing my own stuff, the more I'm like, oh yeah, I grew this. This is good. Like the
pun
more I get
intended.
into it. Yeah.
Pun intended, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
The more you grew as a person.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm also a millennial.
I guess this is a millennial podcast then.
This is the quintessential millennial experience of people that grew up in Toronto.
Quintessential.
Quintessential.
I mean, all right. Well, that being said, my name is John, and I did not grow up in Toronto, although I did live there for a couple of years.
And you qualify.
Does it? Does that count? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I lived there from grade 8, grade 7. No. Yeah, grade 8. Then just entire year grade 8 until about early grade 9, which then we actually moved into Mississauga, but we still lived in Toronto. So
That's
back
true.
then, I would take the GO train from Mississauga all the way to Toronto to Union, and as like what 12, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, it was fun.
Oh,
There's a lot
that's brave. A lot of people wouldn't even take the TTC alone at that age.
oh man, but I had to because we moved to Mississauga. I was still attending a school in Toronto, right, Yonge and St. Clair. So
Oh, no wonder.
so that was wow. I'm starting at my elementary school. This is my life story now.
Everyone buckle in. I'm ready.
It's just gonna be
No, but
such a ride.
it's not. It's not the life story of John. But the TLDR of it is that I am a videographer / photographer that does media content for businesses for hire. Unfortunately, COVID's been a little way too dramatic, I think, for everybody, and things got put on hold, and now looking into other things. In the meantime, doing things like these, like beer talks and starting up projects. Went to school twice. First time around was, like I said, in hospitality and tourism management. Didn't finish because I was a rebel and never graduated. I actually had one semester left, and I'm like, I'm good. That was because I started working during my school, and I was making the money that I would be even after I graduated. So at the time, I was like, all right, whatever, let's just move on. Anyway, got into music stuff, doing a lot of music stuff, productions, recordings, and all that stuff. And afterwards, did a lot of retail work for a long time. And then finally, my niece came to this world, and I'm like, oh man, I got to do something with my life. Cue sad violin music. And I decided to go to marketing and advertising, and I finished the 2-year program in like 6 months, 8 months. Those were some fun times, man. Being in school for like 14 hours, literally. I mean,
A day?
not a day, not every day.
What the hell?
That
Yeah,
sounds unbelievable.
that was my Tuesdays. Yeah, I had an 8:15 class, and my last class for that day was we finished at 10 at night.
What the
Okay.
hell? That sounds like law school.
Yeah, like what was that by choice? Like you made your schedule like
was.
this? Okay.
Yeah, it was. It
So
was by
you were
choice.
the master of your own demise.
Well, it wasn't a demise because then I needed to keep my day job doing retail stuff, right?
Mm,
So I
fair.
figured if I can get like a Wednesday off and just cram everything on a Tuesday. But yeah, I was working 2 jobs during those times too, I believe. So, I mean, what's funny was that they offered me a job to be like a tutor kind of thing. Not to flex, but I was doing pretty well in school. And a bunch of my profs were like, "Hey, John, you want to be a tutor for this specific subject?" And I'm like, "You know what? I would, but you guys offer like 4 hours of work for like 3 days, so that's like a 10-hour work week." And I'm like, "I got bills to pay, so no thanks." But it would have been hella easy. Anyway, yeah, long story short, that's me. That's what we've been doing. And yeah, hopefully we find things that are fun to do, find things to talk about. There's definitely a lot of things to talk about for this goal that we have, this podcast that we have.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think today we're just about to cover why we're doing this and why we wanted to do this
Yeah.
and what's the inspiration about it and the things that we want to talk about. And I think this is a very more casual environment for everybody to just kind of loosen up a bit, maybe have a beer or two along with us, get a sponsorship, knock on wood, about to what beer.
Yeah,
If you're gonna aim, right, might as well aim high.
it's true. And if anyone's
Kilkenny, if you're listening to this,
very open to
That's
sponsorship.
right.
We
That's
would
right. We're very
love
open.
it.
every
We will-
episode we're gonna be like, oh, whatever beer we're drinking, if you're listening to this.
That's right. Yeah, we will be more than open to just just take up that sponsorship.
Yes, so we'll have another episode for Kilkenny. Please just
Yeah, we'll just go down the line of all the
Yeah.
Guinness brands and
Yes, yes.
everything that comes out of their factory, and just we'll go down that line.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that is true. That is true.
here's to hoping that we move things along and everybody just have a good time. Cheers.
Cheers. And on that note, I would love to talk about this podcast and why we're starting it. I mean, if my friends don't mind, I'm actually going to jump in first. So, like I
Go for
said,
it.
I'm a lawyer. Quite honestly, lawyering is kind of boring for most part. There are very minor, small, exciting moments here and there. So I'm like, you know what? Especially during the pandemic, I'm like, I wanted to find something that is fun to do on the side, kind of like a passion project, something that's completely different from my day job. And I was talking to my friends, John, Stan, my other friends, and I realized, you know what? Maybe this is a occupational hazard. I really like talking, and if you know lawyers love hearing their own voice.
You do? You do?
I
Really?
know, right? We love hearing our own voice. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to talk anyways, if I'm going to hang out with my friends and chat about random topics that are interesting anyways, why not actually record it into a podcast? And I've had this idea float around for like the past 2 years during the pandemic.
Right.
But I never, because like on the technical side, I don't really know what to do and how to get started. And I never really know like what's a good theme to go on and like who should I do a podcast with? Because as much as I like talking and I like hearing my own voice, I think doing it as a solo podcaster would be kind of difficult.
just
And-
listening to yourself for like an hour.
Exactly. And the thing is like, well, recently I realized that I don't have an inner monologue. So apparently an inner monologue is a thing. Like you can think thoughts and you can hear your thoughts. Don't have that. So I verbalize things.
I think that's a sign of like sociopathic
sociopath?
signs. I think so.
Maybe. Like I literally will narrate myself. I'm like, even when I was like making my omelet this morning, I was like, oh, I should put cheese in this. Oh, should I turn down the heat? Like, what if my omelet like burns? And I'm literally saying this out loud. Like, if my neighbors were hearing this, they'd be like, "Who are you talking to?" There's no one in the condo right now, by the way. But I'll just verbalize these things. But I digress. Anyways, as much as I like talking and I like hearing myself, I'm like, I need someone to kind of like springboard off of, and like in between when I need a sip of water, it'd be nice if someone else was talking. And then randomly one day, I told John, I'm like, hey, I want to do a podcast, but I don't know how to get started. And he's like, oh, hey, funny story. I thought about doing podcasts too. And I just like latched onto that. And then every week I would message John to be like, hey, when are we doing this? When are we doing this?
Obsessively,
like
obsessively is
absolutely
does not give justice.
No, like completely unsolicited, uninvited. It wouldn't even be like a hey, how you doing? It'd just be like, so when are we doing this? When are we recording our first episode?
Sociopathic.
Right, a little bit.
Absolutely. So I basically shoved him into a corner and was like, we're gonna do this. And then and then randomly one night the three of us got talking and I'm like, you know what? Stan would be an amazing addition to this. We have 3 different personalities. I'm crazy. John's like cool, and then Stan's normal.
Crazy.
So it's like a well-balanced scale. So I'm like, oh my god, the 3 of us can totally do this. And that's kind of how I like forced this to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it was when it comes to projects and stuff, I usually just throw things up in the air. I have like, there's a bunch of things, but I know with Addie's personality of just like, nah, let's just go for it. Like, why not, right? And yeah, I was like, oh, I was kind of joking about this stuff, and she's like, oh, I'm not. I'm like, oh, well, I guess we're in for a ride now. And as she said, it was. I feel like Stan just got dragged into it, and at the same time though, Stan's pretty opinionated about a few things as well. Might not be as vocal and as verbal as Addie would be in terms of just literally just blurting everything out. But I suppose that comes with character. But yeah, so then I'm like, all right, whatever, fine, let's look into it. I've never really produced podcasts before. But how hard could it be? I mean, it's all pretty much audio stuff, and I have some audio producing backgrounds, and it shouldn't be so bad. And with Stanley's help, everybody could just bounce off of each other and just have somebody mediate, right, Stan?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like they said, I kind of just got invited. I wouldn't say dragged, but I definitely got invited to join the duo.
You were dragged. Come on.
Obviously more than happy to be here. I think for me mostly, like I keep telling them, I'm really just here to drink beer. Working, I think downtown Toronto, I've had multiple chances to just be at bars and drink regular tap, and downtown Toronto bars, I think all the beers are the same, like organic Millers, steam whistles across the board. Alexander Keith is also a great choice, right? But it's just never anything too special.
Outside the box kind of thing.
Yeah. And then so my friends keep talking to me about like craft beer, like it's so amazing, this, that. And, I'm really into, drinking different types and different roasts of coffee. So I really enjoyed that. So I thought, maybe I can expand my horizon into beer. So, today I got to try this new beer, which is great. And yeah, I look forward to just chatting about, I don't know, different things with you guys.
Dang, not only are you a plant snob, but you're also a coffee snob.
I know, I hate this.
And then eventually you'll be a beer snob. Oh man.
Yo, I'm on the road of snobbery. I'm proud of the snobbery that I've already accomplished.
Oh boy, I mean,
yes.
Right, I guess we're loud and proud, I guess.
Loud and proud.
I mean, nothing against it. But yeah, I mean, it's good that I'm also a pretty bad procrastinator. I mean, I guess a really good procrastinator if we're talking about it. And, I feel like the chemistry that we have between us 3, not to just circle jerk each other all the time about how we're gonna try to make this thing work, but I feel like we give each other the catalyst uh, to kind of get everybody going and moving, and again, hopefully create not only a fun environment but also something that's like sincere and not just something pretentious, because with snobbery comes pretentiousness, and
That's true. I would say a good procrastinator chooses very good teammates. So, I mean, look at us.
I
Stan,
mean,
me,
I get.
hello.
I didn't really choose. Like I said,
That is
Stan was
also very true.
invited. I was dragged.
That is
So
true.
not that I hate it. It's just I guess we're going this way now. That kind of thing, right?
It's funny because I think this podcast, if anything, solidified the fact that you can't suggest things to me. I take your suggestions as just, I want to do this.
That's
So
messed up.
anytime you
messed up.
suggest something, I'm like, all right, I'm going to plan it. A week later, I'll be like, here's a
Yeah.
plan. You just
But
need
then
to
what
show
if-
up.
What if I just be like, hey, I want to commit a crime?
Again,
Listen, if you're a good enough friend to Adeline, like the crime's gonna happen. You guys are gonna like before you even suggest it, you need to have a plan to get
Mhm.
out of jail.
yeah,
You're an enabler.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I
what you
am
are.
totally an enabler. It's terrible.
That's
Addie-
horrible.
Addie, why don't you give us a background of like how we got to know each other? Because so at least for me, John very recently came into my life, right? Like I think
Right.
within the year, I think.
Thankfully so, I think.
Yeah.
But you and I, we've known each other.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know, 10 years now.
It's actually been a dozen.
10, yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe 12 years
Yeah.
now.
We're on our 12th year. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so why don't you give a background of just how we came to know one another?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in a very long-term relationship with Eric, and you are Eric's best friend.
Is that right?
Yay. It's funny. Yeah, because like when I first started dating him, obviously we asked all the questions, right? Like, who's your best friend high school with? Blah, blah, blah.
Have you been to jail? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, how many people have you killed? You know, where's the bodies?
Mm.
And one of the things I asked was like, oh, who's your best friend? And he did say Stan. However, I think Stan, you were the last person that I've met in his friends group because at that time we were in
I was in
Toronto.
Waterloo.
Exactly, you were in Waterloo, we were in Toronto, and I don't think I saw like him and I maybe started dating in like September, October time. But then I think the first time I met you was Christmas break. So that's when you came back, and then we had a Christmas party, and that's how we met. So
What year was that?
Oh man, I was like 09.
years
So yeah,
ago.
12 years
Oh,
ago.
boy.
Lordy. Yeah, so that's kind of how we met. And I think even at the beginning, I don't think we were as close. It was definitely after graduation when everyone started working. Like, obviously, we know like when people grow up and they start working, personalities definitely change, values change. And I remember I think there were times where like Eric and I were having issues, and you being his best friend, I kind of like wanted to see if you know what Eric was thinking. And then that's how we kind of started talking and realized, oh my God, at least for me, I was like, this guy's values and like way of thinking is something I feel like very similar to mine, and something that I like. The way you think and the way you do things is a way that I really respect.
You resonate with it.
Yeah, I totally resonate with. And then that's how we kind of slowly, you and I got close. I still, Eric to this day gets jealous if you and I ever message each other directly. He's like, that's my best friend. What are you doing? And I'm just like, well, he's my friend too now. But yeah, so that's kind of like how it took off. And yeah, and then just especially, I think as of the recent years, even our life path, I think kind of started syncing up.
Yeah, a
No.
little bit.
You buying a place, me buying a place, me starting a business, you thinking about starting business, you know, you doing career changes, me doing career changes. And so we had a lot of topics that we were able to talk to each other about, kind of bounce ideas off of, and like support each other on. So I think that's really how we got really, really close. Yeah, so that's
Dang.
yeah.
You guys just intertwined, eh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah. And I think with John, definitely over the pandemic.
Gosh.
Oh my goodness. Because over the pandemic, everyone was at home, right? Eric is at home. and he played a lot of video games. And then
Mm.
before, I'd always be like, oh, he's probably playing with Stan or some of the other friends. But then the name that kept coming up was John. And I was just like, John? Like, I knew, like, you guys, I know you
Who
know
the
each
fuck is that?
other. You guys used to, like, you guys always played, like, Magic the Gathering every Friday. Like, I get
Only
that.
don't only losers play Magic, dude.
Immediately outing.
I see how
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna say
know,
we played
God
Dungeons and
has.
Dragons. Jesus.
You
I
LARP in real life, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
LARP.
I
Jesus.
have to out you on this. But I'm like,
Calm down,
I was
okay?
like, oh, you guys, I knew you guys played, but then I didn't realize you guys, like, on a personal level, outside of a group setting, actually, like, chatted and whatnot. So, but even at the beginning, it was like, you guys would play games together, which was fine. Like, it makes sense. Like, you know, League of Legends, you need a team of 5, sure. He's available, that makes sense. But then I started noticing you guys were on voice comms a lot, and you were not just talking about games. Like, you guys were talking about, like, life. And I'm just like, who are you talking to? And he's like, oh, I'm just talking to John, and talking about, like, dating life and, like, life goals. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, these conversations are getting more personal than just gaming. That's when I realized you guys are like IRL friends. You know what I mean?
Sorry, not sorry, man. I mean, you know,
No,
the game gets
totally.
the game gets boring, and then eventually you just start talking about different things.
It's true. But
Mm.
it amazes me because it's just like, oh, I didn't realize you were so cool. And I would just like
Wow.
it on the record that technically I met you first. I literally have picture proof of it. I met you first. You
Before
just
Stanley.
before Stan, before
Oh yeah, yeah.
Eric.
We didn't. So John, you and I, we didn't actually meet until I think
Bro, like
very recently.
a year later. It was on my birthday. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
on
yeah.
July.
And
Yeah.
even before then, like honestly, we only played games together for like a
No,
couple
no.
months, you know?
No, yeah.
Mhm.
It was all like just an online friend, which was,
Yeah,
you know, not so strange now, but I
Mhm.
mean,
right.
that was
Yeah, because my experience is very similar with Addie's, at least with like you being introduced, right? It's like
Mhm.
all of a sudden Eric starts talking about this guy named John. And in my head, I'm like, who the hell's John?
who is this enigmatic being?
Because
That's
like
just
Yeah.
full of mystery.
because normally, right, if we play like League of Legends or whatever video games together, like, you know, it's names that, you know, we're familiar with, right? It's like, oh, like high school friends or like friends that we all know have been like playing around with like a while. And then all of a sudden, like a couple games, like, you know, over time, it's just, hey, let's invite John. Hey, is it okay if my friend John joins? Or hey, I'm in queue with John. Would you like to join us? You know,
Okay.
and in my head, I'm like, who's John?
Who the fuck? Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I'm just like, man, do I like gotta step up? Like, what's happening over here?
Yeah,
And
I'm just
then,
trying
And
to
be honest.
overshadow everybody. Yeah.
I was gonna say, Stan, be honest. Did you feel like you were being replaced?
okay, so like,
Okay, calm down.
I didn't
Relax.
feel like, I didn't feel like I was being replaced per se, but like I did feel very like intimidated, like kind of like an outsider playing this game with them, because I'm not a very persistent gamer per se, right? Like I because I have a lot of things happening in my life usually, and I think around that time is where when I was trying to close like my home, so like I just had no time to do anything, and then so I kind of left that scene for a while, and then anyway when I came back, you know, I was introduced to this John character, and I felt like, oh, like I felt like an outsider intruding on this like very, you know, tight circle of friends.
Very
And then,
intimate circle of people.
yeah, yeah, because you guys were tight, you know, you're like on voice comps, chatting and everything. And then so I felt like, okay, first of all, I wasn't as good at the game as like everyone else. Like everyone knows there's the kind of like ranking systems, and I knew like, you know, I definitely didn't put in my time. And then so I was like, oh, I was very intimidated. I didn't want to like be a burden. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, I'm intruding on this friend group that like I felt very like foreign to. Right. And that's kind of how I felt. But you know, John was like super cool, obviously. And then we got like I think we got to know each other fairly quickly.
Wow, this was so
throughout the
much more.
process.
This was so much more dramatic than I pictured it to be. I mean, I was just some guy who was just like, hey, Eric's like, hey, you used to play League? I'm like, yeah. He's like, why don't you jump in again? And I'm like, I kind of don't want to. He's like, well, you know, it would be fun. We need a fifth person. I'm like, all right, fine. And then, you know, I mean, as Stan is the witness to my madness when it comes to playing video games. I'm not a masochist per se, but
Yes, he is. Yes, he
I'm,
is.
I'm, I'm I really
Nobody
am not.
believe him.
I really am not. I mean, I just like the learning process, and especially if it's something that I enjoy. And in these kinds of games, that's the things that I enjoy more. Especially trying to make everybody work out. It's like a formula for me to solve. Yeah, I know. I don't play Magic or Dungeons and Dragons. I dabble into those things.
There's
But
no
yeah,
shame in admitting it.
I'm not ashamed because there's nothing to be ashamed of because I'm not. I just dabble into these things. In any case, yeah, that was. I guess our common denominator is Eric, Addie's
Yeah.
boyfriend,
Yeah, actually.
and that is the what's the word?
Our
There's a better word for glue.
our
But
catalyst. Is it weird that we're doing this podcast without Eric?
I know his greatest fear. It's like, oh no, my friends are like they're stealing each other from me.
I think he's here with us in spirit as he drives around Toronto running errands
That is true.
in this minus 26-degree weather.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That is very sunny though. To be fair, I mean I don't know what it is like on your side.
It's
you
so
guys'
cold outside. Oh my
It is
god.
freezing.
Right, but the sun is out, and
The
Yeah.
sun's out. Yeah.
yeah, no clouds for like miles.
I always feel like the sunnier it is, the colder it actually feels.
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
Yeah, totally.
Because it's too cold to like when it's too cold, it doesn't snow. It can't snow if it's too cold, right?
hmm
Like clouds can't form.
Let me go on a tangent and let me tell you guys. So I started trying to at this. It sounds so pretentious. to
Here
be
we go.
talking
Here we
about
go. It's starting.
This this
Love
this
it.
this weight loss journey. Oh my god, I cringe
Tell
inside.
us. Tell us.
I just
I love this.
but when like the weather like this, I don't usually care what the temperature is, but if like the sun is clear, like I think like I'm Superman, where like I get my powers and energy from the sun, and I just radiate, and I'm not even joking. That like, so usually when I run and I start jogging, I feel tired, and then the clouds just
Part?
like slowly part, and then the sun ray
Sunbeam
comes
comes
out.
down.
I'm not even joking. It just comes out and it hits me, and I just picture the sun going, "Yeah, go, John, you can do it."
You
And I'm
hear
like,
the
"Yeah, I
Rocky
could
theme
do
song
it."
in the back of your head.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I could do it. I totally could do it. Run one more lap," and then I just go, and then you just vibe with it, and then as soon as I turn my back around the sun, the clouds come back in, and I'm like, "That's right, that's right. It was waiting for me to just make this one more lap." And then
That's
I'll just head out my
hilarious.
way. That just helps me. I mean, right now I would love to run, but I mean, like I said, it's minus 26, and it hurts to run. Your face just hurts from running.
Rod, it hurts to just go outside.
Right, it hurts
Oh
to
my
just
Hurts
breathe.
God.
just thinking of going outside. I'm being
Yeah,
dramatic, but
mm.
like actually,
It hurts to breathe.
Yeah.
tell me about it.
Like the air just hurts you emotionally and physically.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This morning, so I grabbed my beer this morning because it's been a busy week, and then so this morning I'm like, oh, like we have to shoot this, like, or we have to record this thing today. I gotta go grab my beer. Like I thought it was gonna be fine, I'm like bundled up and everything. Like the second I step outside from my car to the storefront, I had to go to like 3 different LCBOs for this beer. I was
Oh,
so
shoot.
upset. I was like, God damn it, it is so cold.
That's hilarious.
Yes, sorry. We should probably take a note as to how much there is of the beer in the market, so that if people wanted to try, they wouldn't have to go to like Barry. to
Yeah, no,
just
it's
find-
like it's on me, right? Like I totally could have just like checked on LCBO's website beforehand, but like
no, but it's true though. I mean, like
I
some
thought
of
like, oh, this is maybe like a like organic or like a Keith's, right? I could just walk in and they'll have it
Yeah.
in stock. But no, like so I was telling Addie earlier, the first LCBO I went to, it was sold out. I saw the tag and there's like nothing on the shelf, sold out, and nobody was there to help me. I think everyone was busy stocking or whatever. So I was like, fine, it's okay. There's another one close by. I go, and then there's this guy stocking. I'm like, hey, can you help me find this beer? And then they're like, nope, sold out. And I'm like, okay.
you didn't check beer stores.
No, so there's only one beer store near me, and then they don't open, I think, until like an hour after I started like heading out to like grab this thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and then anyway, so like this guy was very nice, and he like called another LCBO close by and be like, "Hey, do you guys have this thing? Like this guy is like looking, like he's on a mission looking for it." And then they're like, "Yeah, we have 3 units left." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? 3 units? I'll be there in 10 minutes."
Wait, they come in cans of 4 though. Packs
Yeah,
of 4.
yeah. Like they have like 3 of those 4 things left.
No way.
I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be there in 10 minutes. Hold one for me."
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, luckily we were able to do this today.
I mean, I would like to think that it was worth it because you enjoy the beer and
Mhm.
it's nice.
Mhm. And like
Yeah, yeah.
hopefully when it's not lockdown, when there's no crazy pandemic. So in case there's any listeners that are not in Toronto, Ontario is in a lockdown again. So there's a limitation on, people indoor gatherings and outdoor gatherings. And then also our COVID cases are through the roof. So this is why we're doing it. We're actually doing this over Discord right now. Ideally, when there's no lockdown, we can do this in person. We'll just need to
Right.
snag one of those like 6-packs or 4-packs, whatever, and then we can do it in one go rather than now.
Right.
Each of us actually have to go in and find the beer. Which,
right?
oh man, I can imagine.
hassle.
I did not realize how hard it is to find this beer. I didn't realize
Maybe
how
we-
exclusive it is.
Maybe we should just go for like a Canadian next time. Just so
Maybe.
that-
And actually, I have a suggestion, which is like, so Eric, he is a flight attendant for those of you who does not know. So sometimes he gets interesting international destinations, so he can pick up international beers for us.
Wait, or is it okay to just like expose him like this? Like, is he like cool with us letting people know, like putting this on the internet?
It-
Good
he's gonna
point.
be a
Maybe
reg-
we'll have
he's-
to beep this out.
Right.
For
No, yeah.
work
Eric is
reason.
beat, but he has access to
Yes.
exotic beers.
Yes, Eric, for
Yeah,
reasons.
he's a smuggler.
For reasons, Eric has access to international beers, and then maybe we could do like international beer taste tests, which would be
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah,
He
that'd
just
be cool.
smuggles. He just smuggles alcoholic beverages.
He's an
is-
international smuggler.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
That would be funny. That would be a cool episode though to just have,
And
so
we should
how different it would be.
and we'll have him on one episode at some point.
I'm pretty sure we'll have him
I'm sure
multiple
we will.
episodes, but here we are in
Here
our
we are.
pilot. Wow,
The fun 3.
the Three Musketeers.
I was thinking that, and I'm like, can we be something cooler than the Musketeers?
Musketeers are cool.
I mean,
Fair.
there's a lot of things that comes in threes.
Mhm.
Shoes.
The triangles.
Just kidding.
Why do you have 3 shoes?
You guys don't just have an extra, just an
Just an
extra
extra
left,
left?
left shoe. Yeah, just an extra left shoe laying around.
Or if anyone watches or watched How I Met Your Mother, salt, pepper, cumin.
Human.
Cumin.
Salt,
Yeah,
pepper,
salt, pepper,
cumin. I've watched the entire show. I don't
So
remember that.
because Marshall and Lily is salt and pepper for their Halloween costume, and because
Ted is
Ted's always cumin because he's the
right.
straggler.
Right. Ted Mosby.
Funny character.
Right.
Quick question. How much beer do you guys have left? Because I'm almost out.
I would say 2/3 down. And listeners, you can't see this, but I'm watching this. I'm literally watching my skin get redder and redder, and the
I know.
other 2 of them have no effect. They look the exact same. I'm starting to look like a lobster that just got cooked. Like I'm
Oh.
so red.
Is the flush? Is the flush?
It's the flush. It's
It's the
like
Asian flush.
all
yeah.
down my neck. I'm like looking at myself. I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot, hold.
I see it. I see it on my skin a little bit too. But I think I'm like honestly so lucky that I don't think either of my parents have that gene or like whatever.
Mm.
So like I don't like I will be like out, right? Like I will have like no consciousness, but like still talking, and people can't tell that I'm drunk. And I'm like, no, guys, like I had like no more.
No consciousness and
Yeah,
still
yeah.
talking,
That
and
is so
people can't
funny.
tell that you're drunk. I'm
No,
sorry.
listen,
what?
like in during university and stuff, like when you go to house parties, like I will just like not even remember what's happening anymore. And then people will be like, yeah, you were talking, you seemed sober,
Oh my
you were
gosh.
cleaning. And then I was like,
Oh my
I don't
God,
remember
cleaning?
any of this. Yeah, like
just
sometimes like
you
because
just
like people
black
will just like
out?
down
Yeah.
drinks, down meth, because like university people, like university kids are crazy,
Yes.
right?
No, I get you. People leave their livers at home.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
get it.
then like I was just like not have consciousness, and then all of a sudden like the next day or something, people were like, yeah, you seem fine, you made it home, you texted me, but I'm like, I don't remember any of this.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Everybody has a penchant to just get wasted.
Yeah,
Not just themselves, but everybody around them.
It's
Yeah,
funny because I'm like
exactly.
the opposite of that. I always look drunk because I get red so quickly and so easily, but I can down like an entire bottle of Black Label and be completely fine. And I mean, knock on wood, but I don't ever remember blacking out at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, challenge issued.
Oh man.
Because you're
But I'll
sick,
always
man.
look like I'm about to die, but then I'm fine. I feel fine.
A whole
Yeah.
bottle of Black Label.
Like I said,
What's wrong with you, man?
burly lumberjack on the inside. Burly lumberjack. Yeah,
That's
man.
messed up.
I think my cue for whenever I need to stop drinking is when Jack Daniels starts tasting like Nestea iced tea. That is my indicator. I kid you not. It comes a point when I'm like, wow, this like I'm drinking out of the bottle. I'm like, oh, this is just Nestea.
That's dangerous.
It's
This is
This is
yummy.
yeah. This is so. The funny thing is part of that I will never forget. So once I've hit that level, I'm never gonna hit that level ever again. And the girls that I was drinking with were like these 4 foot tall Taiwanese girls who apparently in Taiwan have like
Mhm.
open bars just for girls
Yep.
exclusively. So they just walk in there and they just getting hammered and they can outdrink everybody. And I'm this like fucking 5'10", 200-pound guy who's just like getting out drunk by these small ass girls.
Taiwanese, like tiny Taiwanese girls.
Never have I been more aroused and embarrassed at the same time. I'm just like, wow.
Listen, Taiwan is a factory of just superhumans.
I
It
agree.
was,
telling you.
it
Completely
was
agree.
embarrassing. By the end of the night, I vaguely remember that 2 girls were dragging me
That's
out
hilarious.
of the girls' washroom. It was. It
It's-
wasn't. It was very sad. I'm pretty sure I was getting drunk because I was heartbroken. Anyway, that's a whole other that's a whole other episode. We're not gonna talk about that right now.
Okay, Addy, outro.
Yeah. We'll call it here now. We'll call
Outro.
it here now. That's the end of that episode.
Yeah, that is definitely something we look forward to. Talking about all our funny experiences.
Yeah, funny. Sure, that's one way to put it.
Well, it's funny now.
Yeah, we laugh
right?
now. True, fair enough. Back then, it was miserable. Now we laugh. But yeah,
It's funny. Yeah. You know how Stan is saying like he'll black out when he's drinking, but he'll do all these things, get home, text, not remember a single thing. My one experience that is the most similar to that is gonna make me sound like a super nerd, but in high school, I have consistently never slept well. Like I'm a night owl. I will stay up till 3-4 in the morning. I still do today, even though I'm like decades older than I was in high school. But I never got enough sleep. So
sociopathic tendencies, right?
yeah,
Continue.
exactly. So in high school, I was known, and throughout, actually, not just high school, throughout high school and university, I was known as that kid that will sleep through class. But for some reason, there was one time in high school where I distinctly remember being passed out because I even have a dream, and I remember my dreams. So I even remember dreaming. But then when the bell rang, next period, my classmate that was in front of me was like, "Whoa, you were asleep, but your hand was moving." And I looked at my notes. I had a whole page and a half of notes, but I know I was asleep. I remember that I even dreamed. And she's like, no, your hand was moving. You were taking down notes, and my notes actually made sense. I read it.
This is fake news. This is not real.
It's totally real. Granted, it was not perfect. Like, I'm sure I missed stuff. Like, how is it possible that like an hour class I only have like a page of notes? But my hand was moving and I was actually taking notes down. That I have no recollection of it, other than the fact that I actually saw the notes. I was like, pretty sure I was asleep, but apparently my nerd
just
brain
don't-
was still
yeah.
on and I still wrote stuff.
I mean,
So
it's
Yeah.
not. I mean,
that was me.
you don't sleep and you write things when you're sleeping. I'm pretty sure this was in a movie called Hereditary, I think,
Actually,
where it was.
I've never watched that movie. It was terrified me.
Where somebody was just possessed and they were trying to summon the demon, like the next demon lord or something.
Well, I mean,
Pretty sure that's
that tracks.
that's
That tracks.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's akin to it.
It's
I
like,
think.
I think I've told both of you this story. Summoning the demon kind of tracks with my life story.
Right,
So,
right.
listeners, in case you don't know, I'm not a religious person. I am agnostic. But when I was like a baby, newborn, my mom is like, she's like, why don't we, get you baptized? I think it'll be great if you have some guidance in your life. Church people usually do well in their life, so let's bring you to church. And I'm like handheld, not even one yet. She's walking up the steps to the church, and I start crying. I break out in a fever. I'm turning red. My mom freaks out, and she's like, I'm gonna jump on a taxi and take you to the hospital. Jumps on the taxi drives off. Not even 5 minutes later, I'm like giggling. I'm like, no problem. My fever is gone. I'm laughing. She's like, what just happened to my child? Doesn't go to the hospital, comes back. Perfectly fine.
The priest didn't even want to see you, I think.
No. And then 2 years later, she's like, all right, you're older now. You're healthy. Let's try this again. Walking up the steps to the church, same thing happens. I break out in a fever. I start crying. She's like, all right, fool me once. Not gonna happen again. So instead of taking a taxi, she jumps on a bus. Bus takes off. I start laughing. Fever is gone. I'm perfectly fine. She's like, what is wrong with you, child? And of course, her church friends are like, so I think she is being, surrounded by demons that are not allowing her to walk into church.
That is not true. All of these stories has to be
No,
some kind of fiction.
my mom lives by this story. She tells me, like, this is why you're not religious. Like, I literally cannot bring you into church.
It has to be like hyperbolic. Something has to be like,
know.
pushed a little through the roof.
So I don't know.
You're probably just squirmy, man. You're
But
you're
fever.
probably
How do
like-
I make my body break out into fever? Like, I was heating
Oh, yeah.
up.
And then as soon as I remember when you were a baby, Addie, you looked at the priest's eyes and says, "I don't want to be here." And
Her eyes turn red and like sort of glowing.
yeah. And then your head just turned 360. It was so weird, It was just
Well, I can't
was
go
just-
back in time regardless. That's the story that I have been told growing up. So I think in some ways I feel like I'm like the spawn of Satan. I mean, I ended up being a lawyer, man. It's not that far off.
True. I mean, on the evil spectrum, I feel like lawyers are there.
Exactly.
I don't know
As-
where, but
as
they're
my
there.
grandfather said.
I don't know where, but they're there.
Yep, exactly.
In any case, do you have any comments about our demonic friend Stanley?
I mean, I don't know. To me, we've known each other long enough that I feel like the story tracks.
It's believable enough, huh?
Believable. Yeah.
Believable.
Yeah,
That's fair.
exactly.
Might have actually happened.
Might have probably actually did happen, like the priests were probably inside, felt this demonic presence, prayed to whoever, and then, divine intervention. They're like, no, this shall not happen today. So
Yep. And then
it was probably the best for everyone for that day.
after leaving, the priests are like wiping their sweat. They're like, thank God.
We're gonna get canceled on our first
I know.
episode.
No, we won't get canceled because religious people are going to come and save me.
Right.
They're going to start a GoFundMe to exercise.
We need to move on.
me.
We need to move on from this
Yeah.
topic right now.
That's right. Yeah. One of their hosts is a demon.
Not in this episode. So listeners,
I mean, to be fair, my family is pretty religious. So, but on that note, to be fair, I probably need saving as well. So, I mean,
oh no. We are not one-upping each other.
I mean, we're not gonna get into it, but we're not trying to see who's the bigger evil here. It's like, oh yeah, well I've cut a guy's head off before, so I don't know what you've done. Oh, I've broken a guy's arm before. We're not trying to out big D each other on like who's the more evil person.
And by big D, we mean big demon energy.
That's right. That's exactly what the D stands for. Big demon energy. Big horn energy.
On that wonderful note.
Right. So this is freaking hilarious.
Seriously.
That's our 1 hour mark. On the wonderful note, everything goes by so fast. Right. That's what happens when you're with good company. I hope everybody else too had a good time. There's definitely going to be more of this when it comes around. We haven't established a solid schedule yet, but we aim to publish one once bi-weekly, I believe, is what we conversed about, depending on how everybody's feeling and everybody's schedule, because outside of me, these two actually have day jobs, and I would like to believe that I have a day job, although it mostly consists of looking at the stock markets and crypto, and that's a whole other conversation that I don't want to really get into.
Not in this episode.
Hold on. Before we end, this actually is beer related, so I feel like I have to ask. Do you guys have something inside of your bottle?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a ball in there. It's a stopper.
I believe it's
so
called a.
you can actually.
Oh, is it the same thing as the Guinness one where they have like a thing inside?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just.
No, that's a menthol thing. You know those cigarettes that have a menthol thing that you pop.
I was about to say what
and it becomes
like.
that's the same thing. I'm kidding. It's not.
Yo, I was gonna believe you. Don't do that.
I know. I was like, wait, like a glow stick? Are we supposed to pop it?
Yeah. You stick your finger in that really sharp opening and then just. No, it helps when you pour it. You actually can. You don't even need to do the angle to have the froth. It just kind of pours it out for you very nice.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and it
Fancy.
gives the right amount of head. And yeah,
That's what he said. I'm just kidding.
I mean, right. On that note, I feel like this is a good time for us to end things, and it's always a pleasure to be around you two and having conversations and things to talk about and things to just ramble on about and things to share about, whether that be from this beer or the weather. And hopefully we'll hear from everybody soon enough, and we keep things going. We keep this wheel rolling, the ball rolling, the stone unturned, the what else?
No idea. I'm not very good at this.
Oh, sorry.
The pancake flipping, yeah.
The pancake flipping, the oil heating up, the pasta al dente. I hope that we keep the potato mashing.
Yeah. I will say, please, CLS on whatever platform you're listening to on our podcast. And for those who don't know, CLS means comment, like, and subscribe.
CLS. Wow.
Yeah, CLS.
Do they have to ring the bell?
Ring the bell,
Ring the bell,
or yeah.
I've always wondered if these call to actions work. What if
I feel like it does.
What
I
if-
feel like it does. I
just
believe.
just to go on a little, like a 2-minute tangent? What if we do the reverse psychology and just be like, hey, you know what? Don't
Fuck off,
subscribe.
don't do this.
Don't subscribe. Don't comment. Because listen, I don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. and honestly, we're just doing this for ourselves. Like, really, like, who are you kidding? You want to be a part of I'm obviously joking. It is a joke. It's 2021. You have to say you're joking now at the end of things that 2022. Oh my goodness, it is the middle of January. I'm still on 2021. But yeah,
And for those listeners that are out there, we would love to hear from you. We do have an Instagram, which will be populated very soon with stuffs. I don't know what stuffs,
We have nothing on that page right now.
but it is.
Please follow our empty page.
we'll
There
get
will
there.
be stuff on it. We'll get there. I
We'll get
guarantee it. So our Instagram handle is at Beer Talks TO. So that's BEERTALKSTO. Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry. What?
It's the beer. I swear it's the beer. All right, let me do this again.
Beer
It
talk.
is
Okay, go ahead.
at Beer Talks TO. So that's at BEERTALKSTO.
Excellent.
Did it.
Excellent.
So yes,
Excellent.
like, comment, subscribe,
Or don't.
send us a DM,
Or
or
don't. You know,
No pressure.
whatever
no
floats your
pressure.
boat. It's really not a
Yeah.
big deal.
And if you have beers to suggest to us, DM us. Let us know. We would be happy to add to our list. And if you are any craft beers, local breweries,
Experts.
or experts, if you have hookups to get us some sponsorships.
That's right.
That's
right.
Really, we're doing this for the beer, to be honest. everything else is a bonus. We don't have drinking problems. You might. All right.
I mean, occupational
might.
hazard.
You might. Right. Exactly. We are the ones taking the risks. So
Exactly.
so that you don't have to.
We're getting drunk so you don't have to.
Right, and the Instagram, sorry, the Instagram will probably put a face in the voices and in the names, and that would help everybody kind of get to know each other even more, and make that kind of connection.
Exactly. And thank you, my friends, for making me feel less like an alcoholic in the middle of the day, drinking alone. Because I don't obviously do that all the time, every day. But this was super nice. I really enjoyed it.
I agree.
Me
Thank
too.
you. What is that other saying? It's drinking time somewhere, or it's happy hour somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock
5
somewhere.
o'clock somewhere. There you go.
5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right. Alrighty. That's that. We'll catch you guys next time. I hope everybody have a great day. Cheers.
Cheers.